But you also asked me about Megalomaniac moving right along, and I'll be coming back to the tom-toms in a bit. But what actually goes on is with that Megalomaniac song, one of the things when you're learning songs quickly, let's say, like here's 20 songs, have them ready by Sunday and all that. And you think, do you want me to play them just like the album? Bloody hell, all that sort of stuff. But one of the main things is getting the skeleton, seeing it's Halloween. Hang on a second. Okay. And what happens is that you get the skeleton of it, you see. Now with Megalomaniac, what it is, it's a calypso beat. Okay, so for the verse, so it'll be a rock calypso if you like. Boom, boom, boom. So on. But then in the chorus he adds a second bar, so it's like bum, 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 rock beat, rock beat, bum, 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 rock beat, bum, 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 bum. There you go, there's Megalomaniac basically. In the middle section there's four on the floor with a snare drum hit on the and after the four. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's another little bit where it goes straight rock, but then bang, I've got the song in a few seconds, just by listening. And there's some songs out there that once you know your beats, you know what they are, like the difference between a 4 on the floor beat and a twist beat and all this sort of biz. You can actually learn a song at the same pace as you're listening to it, okay? And one of the songs that I give my students all the time in the early days is the Beatles' We Can Work It Out, because it's straight. It just goes, try and see it my way. Then it goes, we can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and waffles. And you got the song down. There it is. Very sectionalized. Fantastic stuff. And that's what happens with things when I get, sort of stomp the drummer and all that, which I love, don't get me wrong. But what happens with that is that if I'm going to, do this kind of thing, I got to be on the ball. I got to know my calypsos. I got to know the difference between a calypso and a 3/2 clave. I got to know the nuances if I'm going to take a 3/2 clave into a, like a New Orleans rhythm. All the differences, you swing it up, you do whatever you want. But that's one of those things. I'll go back to Jose again for that little beat for the, what's the name of the tune again? Sick Sad Little World. So you got a normal rock beat. Line. Back to the angles. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the hi-hat in on the 2 and 4 there. It doesn't make it exactly Incubus, but it's the same kind of spirit of the thing, see? So yeah. When I was in the Essendon City Brass Band, there was a song there called Fascinating Drums. It was even an old chart then, 30 years ago. And going back to tom movement and all that, what happens, there was a specific thing written, and it was essentially high tom, mid tom, 16th notes. So what you've got is... But there's always that little curl, like right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Oh, out of the way, let's come back. And I've seen other drummers do it, and they're tying themselves up and all that. And sometimes you've got to work it out like a problem, like how do I do this for the pergola? You know, I've got to go up to Bunnings and what do I need? I need to get that little bit of wood there and the little join apart. The pergola! Anyway, what it is that you've got, how do you work out that problem? Well, leading hands, you see. So if I was to sort of go left, right, left, paradiddle, but with a left hand start, go down there, right, right, then I'm back up to the left. Beautiful. Problem solved. Now what happens with that, I hope you did ask me that question, Daniel, because I'm spending a few minutes on it, is that you can also have different angles. I'm going to do a little thing here, diagonals. I've seen it on the, I've been doing this, and I wrote it was in my grade 2 drum set manual back about 24 or 5 years ago. And but then I've seen it on the YouTube. The crossfill. The crossfill. I will show you how to do the crossfill for 24 payments of $9.99. Okay, so there you go. But I'm going to give it to you for fucking free. There you go. So you've got a diagonal. You've got the right hand doing this. The left hand doing this. Hail Caesar! Zappa routine, 1994. And put them both together. You got 6 things. Six little beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can think of it like triplets if you want. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a. See? You get this. Wax on, wax off. Yes, grasshopper. It is Halloween. All right. What happens, getting around the drums, what happens if I put in a double tap? You've got the overall thing there, and I'll double. Double. So do you see, you can get quite complex things, but sometimes from 2 just simple things put together. Because what I'm really doing is just double, single, double, single, double, mix it up. What happens when I move it around? There you go. So that's that bit there. I hope you asked for it because I just did a whole bit on it. Anyway, there you go. Hope you got something out of it. And that was with Jose as well. For you, Tim Howell. Jose Paciles II, Calypso. He's Mexican. And no wonder some of his beats are Calypso, and it's from that whole region, you know, that kind of thing. Calypso comes from Trinidad and Tobago, and which is not far away from Mexico and Cuba. And there you go. So you can sort of see the influence. I learned a little bit of that.